Welcome back, everybody. Not that I've actually put a video up since probably about 3 games ago, which is something I've got to get around to, but every time I go to convert them to videos that YouTube likes, it crashes for some reason, and I'm too busy fixing other people's IT problems to fix my own. So last time they met, they were pretty much going into Fort Rennick. There wasn't much story apart from travelling through the dungeon, fighting kind of a ghosty type thing and some shocker lizard type things, and coming up this sort of central area, which I'll now share with the group because I realise I'm scrolling about and not going anywhere now. I've got to remember the button that makes you equal what I've got up on my screen. It's a control click.
Oh, can't get for it.
Shift click, control right click, no, shift right click. Right click. Sharing sync client view.
9 o'clock, it's the 8 o'clock one.
Yeah, no, all good.
So you do both, the 9 o'clock one and the 8 o'clock one.
Yeah, I thought there was a shortcut for it, but there's not. I have to go through the menus. However, you should all now be sort of focused on the cavern where the last battle was fought with a ghost. E-type fella.
Yeah, roll 20 is the shift click.
A Black Ranger Spectre.
Sure, the Black Ranger Spectre.
And we sent him to his rest.
Okay, that sounds dramatic. I don't remember much of it, but there you go. Okay. Yeah, you went through the waterfall, came all the way up through here. You're trying to free Fort Rennick from the ogres who have taken control of the area. After the guy that you killed? Oh no, the other rangers killed him, I think. Had betrayed them. Well, true. You've currently got Shalelu, the ranger woman. She is sort of like the stepdaughter of Jakar Drossovark, I believe, who's one of the rangers. And Vale Temros is the other one. Big guy with 2 double X's. So pretty much we're back in this sort of cavern. I believe you did a bit of a hunt round and didn't find anything in particular. So pretty much you're left to try and get out there and start clearing out the remainder of the fort.
We actually went to the entrance to that big yard.
Yeah, you did. You've got to head towards the right. I'll tell you, once you come out and hit that T-junction, you head toward...
We already did that.
Head towards the east.
And you told us what we could see.
Yeah, I sort of showed you a bit. However, nobody really headed out there because the battle sort of came on with the Okay. So we have some movement. From some of them. Just waiting on Kevin and Cyron to move. Sorry, Thaven and Cyron.
That.
That's an awesome move. I like it. Only because you knew I'd give you shit about it. Righto. Thaven's about to move. I see his 15 foot come up. Oh, he just wants to move there. Righto. Okay, so Maya, when you move out towards the front area. And you can see. What can you see?
Am I loud enough, or am I too loud? And is there any background or echo?
You're pretty good at that level, I'd say. There doesn't seem to be any echo. Right. Okay, so you can see out into a courtyard, a busy courtyard. Rain is pouring down at the moment, as a thick and heavy storm has fallen down on this area. And let me sync my view with you guys.
Doesn't seem to be particularly localized or anything of that nature.
No.
All right.
So it's not an ominous rain cloud hanging over the fort?
Oh, this.
Just over the fort, that's right.
Do I hear or see anything?
Right. Okay. Do you see anything in the generic area? I should probably have checked that out. I do believe that there are some ogres over by... oh, you can't really see the gate from where you are, though. Bear with me for 2 ticks. Story. Where are we? Chapter 3. Retaking Rennick. Okay. Approach. Yeah. Right. Okay. Righto, there's that, and there's that one. Okay, no, you can't see any ogres or anything pretty much at this stage. It is sort of dark and stormy, which is reducing your vision, but you can vaguely make out sort of some grey areas and buildings in the area as per what you can see.
I'll move in further behind this rock.
I
Let's see.
personally can't recall, but was it raining when we came into the fort?
Yes,
Okay.
certainly threatening anyway.
And I have low light vision.
Yeah, even then it's still being hampered by the rain itself.
See anything now that we've moved further in?
Just trying to look at your vision sort of zones.
Anything on the wall?
Skulk in the corner behind the rock.
Skulk in the corner behind the rock is all good.
And in the middle.
No, there's nobody with shiny armor or anything like that. You can sort of look into the area, you can see the lumps of the buildings. You can definitely make out the walls of the place. But there is no real movement around here.
I'll run over to this rock.
Okay. You
According to Wikipedia,
run over to
a
there.
given name of Hebrew origin that means firm, enduring, strong, and long-lived.
Okay.
The name Ethan appears 8 times in the Hebrew Bible. 1 Kings 4:31, Peas 89, title 1 CHR.
Okay, they tell you that over to the left there is the old guard post. And then the stable just beyond that, they tell you that the eastern gate is over to, well, the east, almost directly along from the stables. And then down down to the south, they've got the cookhouse, but around that corner also there's what was meant to be the new barracks, but it's not terribly safe. It wasn't finished well, so nobody actually stays there.
Where's the entrance into the fort?
Hang on, I'll need to see.
In that question to them.
They tell you that there are two entrances. Oh, to the fort. Right, that's a very good question. It's faces to the southeast, so it's around the corner. Currently, for where you're seeing Mayo, and give me a perception test. With the eagle eyes of the elf, you spy a large figure, sort of slumped against a wall over. Let me pop him into place.
Is he sitting on a horse who's also slumped over and moaning?
He's sitting on top of the guard tower. You can spy him on top of the guard tower. So I've made him visible to you. Let me just sync the view.
How far can I?
So he's just a silhouette against a flash of lightning. You spy him on top of the tower, the southern tower, at the east gate. What's that?
How far can a composite longbow shoot?
I don't know. Isn't that in you?
Oh, come on, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to sing Queen right now.
Why?
Because somebody's just seen a little silhouette of a man.
But it's not a man. It has 100 range.
How many?
100 feet range. Which means it's -2 beyond that. And then -4 if it goes further. So you would be at -2 to shoot. However, he has a bunch of other things too, because you only can see the top half of... Oh no, you've got that silly feet thing. What was that, sorry, Gavin?
The pile of rocks I'm standing near, are they loose and noisy, or can I scamper
They're
over
fairly large boulder-like things, and they're not going to move terribly hard with your weight. Okay, you can see that it actually goes to the top of the roof. So there are boulders that go to the top of that tunnel. No.
Well, it's a high position then. I'll get up there and have a fight.
Okay, sounds good. You spend a couple of rounds climbing up the slick rocks.
No, move forward.
Okay.
What am I
Let's see what.
going on the combat tracker? And I haven't used it. What happened?
What
Take
what-
some cover behind here.
Well,
should we go to these buildings first, Mail?
I don't know. I was thinking to put Cat's Grace on my truck and shoot that over.
That'll certainly let them know that we're here.
Yeah. But it also might kill him so he doesn't see us at all. He's slumped, so maybe he's asleep.
Or
Oh,
what's that passageway to the north of Faven?
it's he can't actually see it. There's just a pile of rocks against the wall there.
Okay, alright.
Did you say you wanted to check the stable?
We should look in these buildings. They don't seem alert to our presence, so we might be able to at least have a bit of a... We'll get inside one of the buildings.
Well, I'll definitely go over there then.
Okay, you can see the building directly ahead of you that Maywin's now running past. Is an old guard post, as mentioned. It's falling apart. Most of the mortar is cracked or sloughed away, leaving stone to grind on stone. The structure itself's about 30 feet high. Righto. So there's that. I need to move some stuff out of the way for me. Maywin scampers past. Oh, crud.
Stealth.
Okay, well then give me a stealth check, please.
Very impressive.
Righto. You scamper past in between the old guard post and the stables. I'll give you the description of the stables, which is a large wooden building sitting against the cliffside here. The structure's southern facade is open, revealing an empty stable, which you would have seen as you ran past.
I'm going to go around the back.
That seems wiser.
Okay, are you doing that stealthily?
Oh, look, as stealthily as I can, clanking along in my armor.
Could I have some checks, please?
It's not going to be as effective or efficient as
Oh, don't put yourself down, so you can score 31, I'm sure.
Yes, if I roll a 36.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Well, not people.
Oh, boy.
Okay, can you give me a perception check on top of that, please? Give me a -4 on it, though.
I just think part of it is he's supporting Maywin is stealthy because no one's looking at her now.
Oops. I missed the place to roll.
Is that with the -4 in it?
It's with
Yep.
it is, you'll see there, it says,
Oh, yes, it does too. Cool. Righto. You can hear some rumbling coming from inside, a loud voice. As you clank on past, then you hear suddenly one of the voices say, "Hang on, what's that? There's something moving outside. Better get out there and look at it, boys."
Here's that.
Arvin does.
Hi.
And it comes from where?
From inside the old guard building.
Right, well, Maywin probably can't see me, but I will wave my hands frantically at the people behind me and say, they're coming outside.
Okay. I will get everybody to roll initiative. That would be great.
Oh, now I have to remember where
Yeah, me
that is.
too. Don't worry about it. Initiative. There's file. Shalalu.
I'm so attentive.
Yes, absolutely. Shalalu's all over it. Okay, so Harvin is attempting to gain the attention. Shalalu isn't even in a position to see him. So, let's work out. There's one ogre that's visible, two that are not. So, let's do that. And Jackatus can't see him either. Right. Okie dokie. Unidentified creature. That's its token name. Okay.
It's very apt.
Right, you see a back door open, Arvin. And
Oh,
a figure, a hideous figure in fact. You see it as an ogre, but it's even more disgusting than most ogres. You see it's a sick, horrible grunting things. Its knees bend in reverse, much like that of a goat. And it has angry red pustules covering his face and his hands. I was going to say fangs, sorry. So, and he comes out and he looks towards the corner and sees you immediately. And roars out a roar of approval as he does so. Okie dokie. That's all good. I need to work out its move. Right, so that's its move. You see it moves up and it raises a large hook up above it towards you as it attacks. Targeting Arvin Guilt. Fresh meat for the fire, boys, he calls out. And brings the hook down. Striking Arvin. Heavily, although it doesn't seem to have registered. Oh yeah, there it goes. 17 points as as it slams into you with a hefty blow, and Arvin's almost picked up with the hook. Right, Siron. You hear.
Alright,
You
so
can't
let's
see it. There is a massive pile of rocks in front of you, but you can hear a kerfuffle going on. A kerfuffle. Or you definitely hear the sounds of combat.
Right. A clanging of something against steel armour.
You're fairly certain you heard something strike your mate Arvin's armour fairly heftily.
Right, I know that
You
ringing
do.
armour anywhere. Right. Right, well, I best work my way around. And see what I can see.
Okay. You move to that point and you can see sort of like a big sort of ogre hook that's just slammed into Arvin. And then probably, there might be something large and ogreish around the corner towards where he is.
Right.
Please answer! Who will complain about posture deforming?
Not even sure what Elno just said then.
Said something about being a kobold and I will never let him live there. Oh, are you a kobold? You're not a kobold. Yeah.
Very good. Alright. I will hold there for the moment and I'll find the little down button I shall
Okay,
cling.
Arvin.
right. Well, I don't take too kindly to being hooked by this legged ogre dude. They're all pretty messed up for ogre.
Yeah.
Let's see if my buttons work. So hang on, I try to turn on power attack. Did that happen? I didn't do anything? No. What did I do? Put it
That's an
somewhere?
effect. You've got to drop it on yourself.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Now that's good remembering. And then I shall attack Ogre Fighter with my longsword,
Okay, nice.
which does a critical hit.
Did you have the weapon out? Just curious.
As I suggested to everybody that they were coming out the door.
So yes, okay, all good. Okay,
Yes.
all good.
And I shall hit
And you
him.
do, verily, you hit him. But he seems to take the blow well. In fact, you see the way that he sways and moves. I mean, he may be a little bit more well trained as a fighter than you would first have expected from an ogre.
Excellent. Fail Tim.
Yep. He draws his axes and moves to there. Right, and then there is the sound of another door opening. 10, 15.
Oh,
25. As the ogre rushes out and sees Cyron, but can't quite reach him as he raises up his great club. Maewyn.
Good positioning, Siron.
Libby. Yep.
Well, yes, I'd like to. I had to mute for a second. I'd like to cast Cat's Grace on myself, but I don't really know how to do it.
Okay. There will be an effect that's called Cat's Grace. And there it is there, and I shall drop it upon you. And there you go. You've cast a spell. Are you moving anywhere?
Yes.
Actually, how long does Cat's Grace last for? Does anybody know?
1 minute.
Okay, righto, so you are what level spellcaster?
8.
Yeah.
Spellcaster?
You are a 4th level caster. So that is... How many seconds in a combat round in Pathfinder? Is it 6? Yes, I think it is. Yep, so that's 40 rounds. Righto, so you can move as well.
1 minute per
Which
level.
is 40 rounds, which I've applied to your effect.
Okay. And I'll move. I should be able to see him, but if I go there, but will I have a little cover
I
from
don't
him?
know where you're moving yourself because I can't. Yeah. Not really. He'll see you if he turns his back to Arvin and looks for you, but he doesn't know you're there at the moment.
Okay.
sneak attack him.
Clicking the down button now, Libby.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, he's going to double move.
Will it add that dex, that +4 to all the things it's supposed to?
Yes, should do. Okay, as another ogre comes rushing around the corner to sandwich Arvin in. However, no attack because he double moved. Thaven.
I'm going to sing a song and inspire courage, and you'll need to modify that to be +2 for all those things instead of 1.
Song of Courage. What's it actually called? Inspire courage, yep, cool.
But it's only got 1 value, and I'm up to 2 now.
Okay, so inspire courage, attack 1, damage 1. So are they both 2 now?
Yeah.
Damage 2. Faven. There we go. It is.
And as my move equivalent action, I'll prepare a short
Okay,
bow.
not a problem. You draw up the bow as you see these ogres sandwich Arvin into the corner. Sure he is.
Just
Yes, in worse situations.
Okay, that ogre is completely unaware at the moment that anything's going on. He dimly looks across the river. That brings us back to Shalelu, who will...
Should everyone who can hear me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
No, he's talking about Thaven, who can hear Thaven. And with the heavy rain, I'm going to give you a radius of what? Yeah, 30
30?
sounds good. I'll draw a circle.
phew.
I can pump it out.
Oh, look at that. Shalelu just moved perfectly into position for it. She targets that ogre. And...
So she'll need effect applied to everyone except Maewyn.
Ah, the Inspire Courage thing. Yeah, okay. Inspire Courage to Shalelu. Inspire Courage to Jakardos. Inspire Courage to Siron. Inspire Courage to Arvin. Inspire Courage to Vale. And that leaves just Maewyn. He's probably damaged from the fight against the ghost. Don't forget you're not fresh into this. Okay, so Shalelu then lets off a shot from her composite longbow. Striking the ogre. Wounding him, he swats at the blow as it strikes into his arm. Now, what is your specialty? You've got a shocking composite longbow. So he will move to there and target the same ogre. Helps when it's his turn. Target the same ogre and fire his shocking composite longbow. Why did that roll twice? Okay. So 1 hit. Don't know why it rolled twice. So... Okay, you see an arrow fly over the top of your head, Siron, and it strikes the ogre and you see arcs of lightning rack down the ogre's body. Then this ogre attacks. Oops. Arvin again, except it has flanking on him. Touch. So it goes full attack action on you as you see it raises up the ogre hook.
Corbin.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, it strikes twice, one of them a critical hit. So...
no! Oh, God, no.
Like that. Obviously.
73 hit.
That's just for the critical too.
Crap.
As you see, it brings down the ogre hook directly through the faceplate of Arvin. Picks up his body. Or actually, I should do the other damage as well because that may come into effect. Okay, so first of all, he swipes through Arvin, striking into his leg, and as Arvin looks down, the ogre flips the ogre hook and draws it up just underneath Arvin's chin, and you see it raises Arvin's bloodied body into the air and lets out a roar. "Show me a challenge," it says.
God. Creepy. Don't like
Right. Right. He looks kind of dead.
There is an ogre hook entering underneath the helm and coming out the top of the helm. There appears to be a lot of blood flowing out of it.
Yes. No. I understand that. All right. All right. What have I got? I'm just trying to work out whether I'm rushing in there for a critical or if I'm going to channel. Oh God. No, 4d6 is not going to be sufficient. All right. Can't have that. So, Siron, seeing his bestest bud forever go down in a pulpy, bloody mess,
Ugh.
rushes in there, notwithstanding the multiple attacks of opportunity that are likely to come his way before he attempts to cast Cure Critical Wounds. If there is any chance of saving.
Okay, so first we'll start with Ogre 3's attack against you as you flee.
Miss.
Okay, he smashes you from behind. Wow. And then Ogre 2 also gets his attack upon you. I'm sure his name's Grug or something. He swings his great club at Siron as he runs past, hitting. Yeah, that's alright, he shouldn't die.
Oh, this is awful. Oh!
In fact, it's only just... You are. And I'm 90% certain ogres don't have combat reflexes, strangely enough.
Yes.
So you rush in and cast your spells on the body that's been dumped bleeding in a pool of mud at your feet.
That's the one. So let's target. Yes, it did work. All right, so targeting with the Cure Critical Wounds.
Does Cure Critical Wounds work on dead people?
I don't know how dead he is. He just might be mostly dead.
Well, you can basically see a hole through his helm from one side of his face to the other.
Yes. Well, they just might be mostly dead.
I believe it's completely different spell than Cure Critical Wounds, isn't it?
Well, there is no... at level 4, I don't have access to the spell that might be effective.
And isn't the hook stuck in his head anyway? You can't
it's
really
dropped into
cure
the
that.
ground. There is a spell that you can cast, I believe.
Not when 4th level spells might...
In D&D there is, but I don't think so in
I'm
Pathfinder.
sure there was a spell that allowed a...
You get to in a minute or something of dying.
Okay, I better have a look at it, because it's been so long since I've played this game. Combat. Dying. Injury and death, there we go. Fix effort damage. If your hit point but not equal to you are unconscious and dying when your negative hit point total is equal to your constitution, you're dead. Dead character.
Suspect
Breath,
I was
Breath
dead.
of Life is a 5th level spell, which would have restores life to recently slain creatures. That's 5th
4th level spell you can
spell.
raise dead though, can't you?
No. There is
ninth
raised dead at 5th level.
Raised dead.
5th level cleric spell.
Bear with me for a tick. Spells. Spells by class. Cleric. Cure. And laying your hands upon a living creature. So yeah, you come rushing across to cast Cure Serious Wounds, but the magic does not leave your body. For you detect no life in Arvin. What did you do? 32, 121. However, I'm sure there's a spell.
I'm not seeing it in the list under cleric spells.
I'm happy to try and find something if it's there, and you guys can keep going if you like.
Yes. You got a little time, I think.
Breath of Life is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, 5th. Yeah,
That's
it's
level 5.
fifth level
Ouch.
spell. I need to be a 9th level cleric to have access to that one. And I am merely an 8th level cleric. They
Yeah, okay. Righto. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to... Is there a way that I can give you control over one of the other characters? Like Vale?
You could try dragging. It's either the combat tracker image onto the player character's image in the top left, or it might be.
Yeah, that didn't seem to work. And there doesn't seem to be a way.
Like on the right hand side of their, not the picture, but the
Yeah.
which one of the control markers it is you can drag onto the picture of a player
Okay,
and
let's
give them
try.
control. Colour to the green, which they are.
He's definitely green. Other tactics, image, creature, ID. Maybe if I unlock him, drop him on Arvin. I don't know. Righto, Arvin, you tell me what you want Vale to do. Or James, until we work out what's going to go on with poor old Arvin. Okay, Siron, so you rush over. You are a clever enough person to realise that he's dead, so do you want to do something different?
no, that's exactly what Siren would do. He would go there and try and do whatever he possibly can.
Righto.
Save his
Says you're stable somehow, but you're actually dead, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, it's a fairly stable condition.
well,
Yes.
well, I suppose.
It's not changing anytime soon.
Righto. Okay, so it's now Vale's turn.
Alright,
He's the dude just to the
so
south of the rocks. He's the 2-weapon fighter, although he does have longbow as well. Um,
Well, I suppose he's got to come in so wherever he can get within range with his axes, which
who will he
had
go for,
drawn.
though?
Mm, he's just going to have to go to the closest
move.
guy, I think.
Righto. So go there. And target that ogre.
See if you can drop him on me again. Because it came up a little, I've got his stat block.
It says drag the link from the compact on the desktop. This will show the NPC with the
I missed most of that. You kept going in and out. What do I do?
Well, just put the
Which is-
NPC on the combat
Yes.
tracker. Make sure he's friendly. Drag the link from the combat tracker to each PC portrait on the desktop. I guess whichever one you want them to have it. This will share the NPC with the owner of that.
So, Arvin,
PC.
you should be able to have a look at his stats and do stuff with him now, theoretically.
With the NPC.
Theoretically, so I've got I can do his fortitude save.
Okay, and then it says
See,
put the NPC token
Yep.
on the map. This helps the players to reopen the NPC sheet.
Right.
there we
Cool.
go. Watch.
So, yep. So you rush over and swing and a miss,
And
essentially. Okay.
Yeah.
As that ogre then looks at the young Vale who has come towards him and brings his great club down and he goes, hoo, 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 look at the man in the tin suit, he fall down. You as squishy? And smashes you. Oh. Righto, Maywin.
Alright, I'm going to use my mini shot and rapid shot at the ogre fighter. Get my 4 shots. Let's see, make sure I get the right thing. Oh. I'm sure that Dex was added. Wait a minute, this is too big.
Yeah, you got a fix plus 2.
20
yeah,
didn't
20
hit
didn't hit it. Yeah, which is
Dex plus
you get
2.
4 dexterity, which means it's adding plus 2 to your attack, which is correct.
Now that should be from my
Yes.
song. Oh no, she's out of range, so yeah.
Didn't like that. Here we go again. Thank you.
Can you turn this off, please?
Okay, then these are at. Okay, change mine. Oh.
Okay. Righto, the ogre next to you, Siron, you hear it laugh and go, you're gonna cry now, as he smashes you, or attempts to. But you roll out of the way.
Yeah.
Thaven.
Yeah. Yeah. We're screwed. I'm gonna not do much. Do that. Just have to. Looking
Sure.
up some spell options and reading. In effect, range is good. Target 100 or 10 foot square. Okay, so Ogre
Yep.
2 is 10 foot square. I'm going to drop a grease spell underneath him.
Righto.
So that's a
Okay.
reflex save. Versus comfort. Oh, hang on, I can do that. Where is it? Target him. I have technology. Here, thingy, I've got a grease spell.
You see the ogre continues to stand. Yeah, you got a
He's
good roll.
dexterous bugger, isn't he? Every round he'll be doing that though, so, and that's
Righto.
it for me.
That brings us around to this ogre here. Has he heard? Let's make a perception check. With super negs to it. Sensors. Yeah, nah, he's picking his nose at the moment. Right, Shalalu. We'll try and bring down that one that Vale's fighting. So she stands and fires twice. Hit and a miss. Okay. Jackados will do the same. Except I think he's hitting... Oh no, same ogre. She hits twice.
I thought that was a guy.
Wrong one. Oh well, doesn't matter, it's killing that ogre, so that ogre drops. So he swings the second one on the next ogre, which is the one next to Cyron. So he had targeted that one, and he rolls that. Okay, as lightning arcs across the ogre beside you, Cyron, you see the ogre that has just killed Arvin swing and spots Maewyn, and he rushes at her with his ogre hook, in fact charging.
Oh man. Butthead.
Doesn't target that anymore. Targets Maewyn. Gets a +2 for a charge. And rolls to hit. Striking Maewyn. Smacking her extremely hard, pushing her up against the wall of the stables. Cyron. If you're talking, Matt, none of us can hear you.
Sorry, boom.
I figured as much.
Boom mic went up. Didn't think that was actually working. All right. I'm. How far am I? Too far away. That's all right.
It is.
Channel is only 30, isn't it? Yes, this is disappointing. All right, I will move 10 feet to get
Taking an
some
attack
cover
of
around the side of the
opportunity
building.
in the process. So let's do that. He misses you though. He seems to be struggling with his club. The rain is making it slick in his hands.
Very good. Now I should be able to target now.
He dead.
Not Arvin, because he dead. I should be able to target Vale, Maewyn, myself, importantly, and Faven.
Okay, bear with me for a tick. Yes, all of those are in range.
Very good. everybody feels slightly better.
Nice. You rush forward.
So I must.
I've got more damage than I had.
That shouldn't have
It
given
did.
you
It
10
did
points
damage to them.
It did.
Hang on.
It did.
Let's take 20 off then.
You can't do channel harm, you bastard. You really are. You've gone to the dark
I am
side.
fixing the damage. Who was the other one? Thaven.
Daven, Vale, Mayowen, and
Right.
myself.
The damage has been fixed.
So, okay, cool.
Very good. Okay, all right. And I, having moved there and attempting to make my peace with my god, I am still trying to grab the lifeless form of Arvin, and I'll be dragging behind the building next turn. And I'll hit the down button now.
Although Arvin doesn't do much. Oh, that ogre has fallen to the ground. It is...
Target
Target
over 2 for me,
2.
please.
Let's get rid of that target. Target 2. It's a 5-foot step, so you can full attack action as much as you want.
I have full attack, and I've also now read to find that they have his favourite enemy is giants, who I think ogres count as. So he will full attacking.
Yes, chaotic evil large humanoid giant. That is correct. Right, oh. That's a lot of here. What have we got? Battle axe, hit, hand axe miss, hand axe hit, battle axe hit. So you got 2 battle axes and 1 hand axe at hit. Oh, and he's
Battle
down,
axe
but you
hit.
bury the hand axe in anyway. Oh. Okay, so those 2 ogres, I might as well delete them just to avoid confusion. As they have fallen. Moen.
No, I don't think I can down button.
How tall are those
The
buildings?
old guard post is 30 foot tall, and the stable is 25 feet tall.
Disengage and run.
So I'm wearing my ring of jumping. And I have a pretty good acrobatics skill. So I'm wondering if I can't jump up on top of that stable.
Retreat. Hey.
You might as well have a go.
Providing +5
Why not?
confidence to make higher long jumps. Righto, +5. Jumping. Home. Skills. Acrobatics. High jump. Okay, well, we're going to say that the closest area is about, or the area you can actually leap up to about, it's 20 feet at that edge that you're near. So you want to jump high enough, so you need to jump about 14 feet. Righto, you turn and attempt to jump 14 feet to grab at the edge. He's going to get an attack of opportunity on you too, by the way.
Well, he's
Yes.
gonna get an attack even if I run away, right? So, but if I get up high,
True.
maybe I can stay out of his reach and keep
Acrobatics,
firing. So that's acrobatics.
+5 from your thing.
With a +5. Come on.
30, so that'll put you at 5, 20. Puts you only about, not even 10 feet up the side of the wall. You turn and leap. Unfortunately, not well enough as you hear the swift motion as an attack comes from behind. But your quick jump kept you out of his way. That's pretty much all you can
That's
do.
about all I can do.
No, you can't. You're not sticking on the wall. You've fallen back down. There's no hanging on it. You've jumped up. You realise that you only made it about half the way that you needed to, and then you fell back to the ground. Pretty
That's
much.
like a full round action. Nothing else I can do.
I'd probably let you attack if you had a hand weapon or something like that, but yeah. Oh, you can probably land one arrow in him because you've got that point blank thing, don't you? Yep, so you can pop one arrow into him if you wish.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. Landing gracefully back, he's still sticking an arrow into him. He rolls with the damage well. Faven.
I'm going to drop a glitter dust on the ogre, which requires me to target him. Okay. And then cause a save check, which he fails.
Nasty. When does the blinding go away?
Cloud of golden powder covering the area and can't go invisible. No stealth. All the area covered in dust have to be removed. Each round at the end of their attack,
Okay.
blinded
You can
creature
still
may
attack,
attempt
but
a new
with
saving
blinding
throw.
effects, yes? Yeah. Yep, no worries. Okay, so...
As long as she stays down, doesn't move away.
No, you can't opportunity attack. Okay, that ogre still checking out the size of his booger. Shillelagh goes to there, then to there, and then crap. There's a greasy spot there, so she can move to there. She goes to check out what's going on over there. Jackados does a double move to there and loses his Inspire Courage song because he's moved out of the range. Righto. The ogre then attempts to attack. So blinding is just 50% miss rate, is it? There's no change to his attack. I'm looking at conditions. I'm almost there. Blinded. Need 2 penalty to armor class. Loses its dexterity bonus to AC and takes a -4 on most strength and yeah, okay. Righto, no. So, but I do need to drop the blind. Oh, the effects are already on there, so they should be applied. As he full attacks on Mayowen. Ah, cool, it even takes him in. He would have ripped you to pieces, however, being blinded means he's missed you both times. And then he gets a save against the blinding. What versus... Yeah, I know, it says hit, but then you see there are 2 rolls for... to see whether he misses or not straight afterwards. So it's hit, then miss, because he's blinded. Okay, well then he missed both times. I wonder if I can...
Thank goodness.
I've got to give him a saving throw, yeah, I'm just about to do it. It's willpower, isn't it? Okay, cool. Go for
No, I
it.
can do it for you. I've got it.
He fails still. Righto. Cyron.
All right. Screaming out, "You shall not pass!" I draw down a wall of fire. If I had a tool that would allow me to draw a line, it's effectively north-south on the squares.
Hold both mouse keys down at the same time.
There. Thank you for that, Kevin. That worked perfectly well. Now, how long is it? Plenty of space, opaque sheet of flame, 20
So that's
foot.
5 foot shorter than that.
Alright, so maybe...
Okay.
There we go. There's my 20 feet. Oh, 20 feet per level. Okay, well, plenty. Oh, actually, I can do a ring of fire around him because I'm
Do
sufficiently...
you want to do that, considering
level up.
Mayowen's there?
No, I really don't. Kind of like Mayo, and she's probably hurting a bit.
He's a wet burner.
Thanks for losing feeling.
Yes, anyway, so wall of flame right there, which means 2d4 points of fire damage to creatures within 10 feet. Sorry about that, Maywin.
No, she's in.
Uh-oh.
Or she just out. Oh, she's overlapping.
Bring it back 2.5 feet and it'll miss her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's quite wide. There we go. 2d4 points of fire damage. So let's target.
Officer, I didn't see anyone burn that shed down.
No, it's all rainy. It's all going to be fine, except for him. He's going to get scorched. So stop targeting you. Stop targeting you. Stop targeting you. Now targeting a fighter. Now gets 2d4 worth of fire damage. As minimal as that might be. And each round. Alright.
Yeah, no
Spell resistance, yes, if he's got spell resistance. Alright, there we go. Burning wall of fire. I now, having done that, I attempt to move and drag Arvin's corpse around the side of the building. If I can do about
Okay, so
here.
you're dragging him into the greased
slide
area?
nicely across there.
Into the
No,
greased
so you'll
area,
need to
yeah,
make
why
a
not?
reflex
I
save.
don't know that it's greased. Sure. Comedy of errors.
Oh, thank you.
Where's reflex? Where's reflex? Combat. Reflex here.
On
Yes,
the
it is.
main page.
Righto. So you are now prone.
Oh, jeez. That's all right.
Face planted. Into his guts.
Where's my... Oh, there's the combat tracker. Jeez, I'm a moron.
There's a comment. There we go. I can hit the down button now.
Arvin is still
Arvin's
slip
slip
slidey,
slidey
but
and
still
still
dead.
dead.
Vale.
He will try and double move
Oh no.
into there.
Vale's hoofing it. And... Maewyn.
Fire came up.
By the way, Maewyn, he can still make attacks of opportunity. So if you move away, being blind doesn't mean he can't try and strike you.
Well, I
Yep.
can still shoot him 4 times standing right there, can't I?
Well, you can attempt to.
Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong thing. Crap.
You get an advantage.
Advantage is a D&D
for
thing.
attacking blinded creatures.
No. The ogre has reduced armor class and stuff because he's blind. So, yes, I suppose.
What's going on? Oh, finally. I'm not gonna use my little magic arrow.
Well, no, you can't roll to hit and
one
then go,
magic
oh, that
arrow.
one hits, I'm using my magic arrow. They were either all magic arrows or not. You have to state them before the roll to hit.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense because it would be cheating. Ooh, yay! Let's see. Where can I go?
You can
I go
make a
5
5-foot
steps
step, yes.
away from it?
Okay, Thaven.
I am going to, because I'm on a roll here, with this sneaky spell stuff, I'm going to drop another grease on top of him. So he's already targeted, so
He did.
And he's blind.
he failed as well.
Yes, he
So he's on the
does.
prone. He takes on the prone condition.
Prone. There we go.
Which makes it much easier to hit him. Well, maybe.
Okay, this ogre can now definitely see that there's something going on. There is a wall of flames that have just suddenly appeared in the north of the area. So he spends his round getting his stuff together and heading down, and we'll come out at the gate there. Right. Shalelu. Well, seeing you slip over, she decides, oh, that's not a good idea moving through there. So that's... So that's 20 to there. Moves up to there. And takes a shot at the ogre. Targeting him. She shoots. She scores. Now sinks deep into the flabbergasted ogre that's scrabbling about on the ground. Okay, Jack does 5-foot step to there. And then sink 2 arrows, both of them hitting into the flailing figure. The comically flailing figure.
The comically funny.
As you see lightning arc across his body. He struggles and roars and he attempts to stand and crawl out of the area.
No, to do that he needs to make an acrobatics check
Crawl,
versus
just to
10.
crawl. Righto. Acrobatics is not a skill that he'll have, so it's a straight dex check. And he fails. He slips and slides and falls back into the mud, roaring out, "Confounding weaklings! Face me fair and square." Siron.
Alright. I can't see in my prone position. Oh, I might be able to see. Can I
Where
see
he is.
this corner?
Yeah, I'll allow you to see from there if you wish.
I'm pretty sure that I can shoot a searing
Should be
light
able
from
to.
prone. Yep. Can't see any reason why I shouldn't. So, with much anger and burning behind his Azamar eyes, he lines up the ogre, flailing around in the mud, and shoots off a searing light spell, hoping to scorch that which stole his bestest buddy from him. There's my searing. There it is. Range, medium, ray, instantaneous, spell resistance, saving throw, none. Range touch attack on my target.
Kill it.
Alright, so what's the range touch attack? I'm already targeting the ogre. Yes, I am. Range touch. Let's see if that
Hit
button
him.
does the right thing. Good. He now takes, because he's not.
No, he is not undead.
Is he? He's got weird goat legs.
It rhymes with undead. It's inbred.
Alright. He takes this amount of damage.
You see he's really beginning to fail. His body beginning to slow down and twist in the mud, but he's still thrashing.
Alright, there's my down button. My down
Vale
button's
moves
there.
And we'll attack with his. Or can I target that guy, please? And attacks with his battle axe after
Fucking down,
moving
all
up.
because of the negative conditions. You've easily hit him. Beat your battle axe into his back, and he starts. He stops moving. Maewyn.
Alright.
Alright. So I'll move out
You're not aware of that one yet.
and take a shot.
No.
Oh, I'm not? What would I do?
Anyone that's possibly aware of that's. Yeah, I know, but she doesn't know it's come down from its tower. Like, if you want to, you can wander out and see whether it is still in its space.
Well, I'm trying to think of what she would be thinking. And would she be Yeah, she'd probably be
Righto. So you
thinking about the one lurking over there.
you can move out there and take a shot at him. Yep. Because you can see he's just come out of the tower and is looking in your direction. I know, you wing him. Thaven.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I didn't do it. So I will make my way down so that...
Righto, you come down off the slippery rocks. Are you stopping singing or are you continuing?
Continue singing. There's playoff games are afoot.
Yeah, I'll move it in a
So that 30-foot circle can move with me.
Righto. This creature charges Maewyn. Has range to hit. So strikes her with a charge. Slams into Maewyn. Move the circle.
Status heavy.
Shillelagh. Moves over to Cyron and seeks to help him up. Jackados puts 2 arrows in this new ogre. Indeed.
Yes, he does.
Okay, they both strike. The ogre arcs with the lightning, but it does not drop him. Cyron, if you're trying to get up or out of there, you get +2 for the assistance from Shillelagh.
Alright, I was actually going to use the rocks, which are just 5 feet out of reach, to scoot myself along the greased ground.
Still +2.
Make my way.
Yep.
Very good. I'm trying to make my way
Yep.
that way. So it's an acrobatics check, was it?
Yes.
Skills. Acrobatics. Yeah, okay. Whee! That +2. For a total of 8.
You try to sort of move your way and crawl your way out, but you just keep slipping and falling flat on your face time and time again.
I'm not really...
I know. Vale.
Oh, well, I suppose he will go down here and see what's the hap. But he has to go over to here so that he can fit through the gap between the buildings.
See an ogre that's rather badly electrified and frazzled. Seems almost ready to be calling out for assistance, you think. It's turning and... Yep.
He will double move so that he can engage.
It actually gets an attack of opportunity against you for that. Get rid of that. Do that. It attacks. Oh. but not a critical hit, thankfully. Oh no, his Vale is hit again. Mayowen.
Oh, she was ass.
Okay, he drops as you put the couple of arrows into him. Righto, we will skip out of initiative now. Now that there are no active threats. Okie dokie. So what's going on?
Scream out medic, except for the fact that I am the medic. I say to the parties, we need to find a more competent healer now.
This comes round, so you've dropped the grease spells, Kevin. And yeah.
Well, not drop, but they'll run out after a minute or two. Or 6.
There we go.
I started asking these boys, start asking these fighters where the nearest temple is that we can take this.
They shake their head and said the
Arvin
closest
to.
thing is where you came from. What was that town? What's the town, place, name,
That's a
thingy?
really good question.
Introduction, Hook's Shadow, Turtleback Ferry. Turtleback Ferry is the closest where any sort of healing can take place. Yeah. Says Jackados. But we just can't stop and go now.
Well, what else is here?
He
Because
looks down at him and says,
I
it
need
looks
to
like
get
he's
into a
beyond a
temple.
temple, my friend.
There's going to be somebody who can help him. There's got to be somebody who can help him.
I say we stash him somewhere around here and we just continue on. Then once we got the ogres not at our back. That's but a
How many
small
more do you
portion
expect
of
there
the
to be
forces
here?
that we've seen. It says,
I'll look around at everybody, and everybody's quite bashed up at this particular point in time.
Yeah, some healers would be nice.
Important monologuing going on over here. You shush up.
Oh, my arm.
To appease a few of the masses, I do channel.
We gather around.
Close proximity would be wise.
Do we need to be next to you?
Within 30 feet. Why is that here? Ah, there it is. That worked properly that time. That was good.
Thank you.
All right, we need. I'm doing what I can, but we need to go, and we need to
we've
go
got to clear the
very
ogres
soon.
out of
What
Fort
else
Rennick.
is there left to do?
There's no point doing it, stopping now. Okay,
Enter
the
the
bodies of
search the
the
bodies quickly and
regular
then enter the
ogres
swatch
were
house.
pretty much their large clubs and their filthy clothing and a few rinds and bits of cheeses and stuff like that. The one of the fighter that was quite a decent fighter, in fact. You go across and you can see that she has quite a few sort of ruby. Oh, there is an image of him. Oh no, that's just an image of a normal ogre. I see that he. There are 3 items that glow. The hide armor he wore, his ogre hook, and a ring that he wears. Yes, yeah, they all 3 of them glowed.
Is it magical? Oh, so the ogre hook worth money. Okay, we'll stash that and then go search the watch house.
Where do the ogres come out of? Do they come out of this building here?
The one nearest.
No, the stables are the ones up against
Isn't it the stable, the
eastern
ones
wall.
that's nearest to us?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
you have a look
There's-
inside the guard post. Okay, you can hear as you walk inside
Yeah.
it that it's creaking and it's very poorly built. And as you come in, you can actually see that there are just sort of rags and a few sort of bedrolls and bits and pieces, almost like they were nesting. But the ogres seem to have been sleeping in here, but there's nothing in particular of interest in here. The building is absolutely ruined.
All right. I mean, whilst he's dead, I don't necessarily want a building falling
The
down on him
stables
in a
look
storm.
more secure, so you stash
Alright, well,
Arvin
let's-
inside the stables. Yeah, nothing in there, just
Yep. Have a look
pretty
around
much
in the
your
stables.
atypical stables sort of fare.
Whilst I realise infection is not a big issue for him, if there is a clean blanket, I'm going to place a clean blanket over him and then hide his body underneath straw or whatever is strewn about.
There are.
Are there doors into the
You
towers?
go into the towers, there is fully functional, there's nothing in there of any use to you per se. Just sort of like a tower with some arrow slots and an entrance out to the top so you can get a better view of the surrounding areas.
Okay, well, I suggest to everyone that we make our way as a group down toward that building.
Well, I went all the way over there. I didn't move myself. Very small.
Put me back into mask mode. Okay. Righto. Let's fast forward a bit of moving. You don't want to be on top of Cyron. He'll be crying about it for weeks. Okay, you can see as you reach down towards this corner that there is, this is an open air building. It's just basically got a few posts, etc. And you can see that there are several large racks for storing smoked meats. It's in a complete and utter jumbled ruined mess at the moment, and you can see that there are many dead bodies haphazardly on the damaged smokers. The fires are smouldering and the smell is disturbingly flavourful as you see the bodies of the rangers upon the things. You can see that there is an ogre in there cooking now. I'll get you guys to roll stealth if you go any closer. But the pattering on the roof is not really sort of messing with them in any way, shape or form. Or allowing them to spot you in any way, shape or form. Righto. Okay. Righto, so it looks like Thaven and Mayowa begin to move forward, but as they do, the figure seems to pick up the sound as Thaven steps on a branch that snaps beneath his foot. Roll initiative. I was wondering why Arvin didn't have initiative.
Too soon.
Shillelagh and Vale. Right. Okay, so Mayowan, you have the upper hand. I'm going to do this. Well, no, not total concealment. That building there is an open building. You can see the ogre quite clearly, and he's looking quite clearly back at Thaven. Mm-hmm.
Right, I was thinking.
So we got one miss and a critical.
Yes,
and a critical
correct.
hit. All right.
Okay. As many of Mayowan's arrows fly wide, Shillelagh will step out over to there, target that ogre, and fire once, striking. An arrow flies through the rain, striking the ogre. It's beginning to feel a little bit beset upon. Siron.
Alright, Siron is not doing anything, he's delaying at this particular point in time, just watching how this battle starts playing out.
Oops. Righto, Vale.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to down arrow on Vale.
Alright,
Yes.
so is this thing inside the building?
Along with many of the bodies of his friends.
But
it is sort of like an open kitchen area, so there's no walls to this hut.
We will move up to be brave and hold our
And as
position
you
there.
do, the ogre lets out an almighty roar, "Intruders!" and lifts up an ogre hook. And steps forward, targeting Vale, and swings his ogre hook at you, striking you. An almighty blow. Jackados will simply raise his bow and fire twice. Hitting both times. Electricity arcs across the ogre. But again, this one seems to be trained in war and fights against the blows. Thaven.
I don't like its bonus anymore. Has it been 40 rounds?
How rude.
And then I will target the glitter bomb.
There you are.
Has it been
He
40
does.
rounds?
Have you glitter bombed him?
He resists the effect.
What's that?
Hello, can you hear me?
Has
it been 40 rounds?
Okay, I see. Your effect's gone. It's been...
Oh, cat's gross.
Actually, yes, it has. Easily, with the searching around in rooms and stuff like that, it's easily been 4 minutes. So you'll go again. Alright, Shillelagh does a full attack action. Hitting... not a critical hit, but hitting once and missing once. Righto. Siron is.
Gonna make sure they're armed. 20 feet. So I'm still in a good position.
Yes, you did. Give me a perception check.
Anybody else appear though? Is that right?
No. Definitely haven't seen anybody else appear.
Alright, okay. I'm looking for somewhat of cover, so I just move a bit in here just to keep an eye on what's going on. But also
Yes, I can hear you.
I could hear him.
It's hard to hear you.
Oh, good.
Oh, no, that's right.
Vale. James.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Not
Finish
paying
him.
attention to my name. Alright. Well,
No, you
I
can
will
move in. That's all good.
I move into him, or is he surrounded by anything? 5 step. Find my veil template.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I just wasn't used to making someone target for me, please. And we will... Oh, hang on, he's a giant, so he's favoured enemy.
Correct. Yep.
And we have one hit with a battle axe, that looks like.
Okay. Fairly decent hit, mind you.
Yeah, it was a great hit. That's where I can live. Combat tracker.
Alright,
Righto,
I'll
the
just don't
ogre
go ahead and
then
dice.
attacks you. With its ogre hook, raising it up and going, more meat for the flames. And strikes twice, only hitting you once though. Brings the ogre hook down in a vicious blow. Vale struggles against the blow but stands firm. Jackados makes a perception test. And he calls, look, more come! As we go, that one, and that one up here. As you see further south, hang on. Make the you see two more ogres coming up from the southern gate. As Jackados seeks to... Oh no, he trusts in Vale, so he will actually fire one of the new ones coming along the path. He fires twice. Hitting both times. I think. Did that take into account range? It did not, so -2. And Ogre's AC is 17, so only one of those hit. Yes. So the electricity highlights on Thaven.
Move over there. So I'll throw another glitter dust at Yubbo.
He's blinded. As an explosion of glitter happens around at Mayowan. Okay.
Shoot at him.
I'm now turning that shit into reality, and I love it. As parents, we only know if we did a good job is when our children become adults, and they have this moment where they reflect back
Yeah, finally getting some consistency now.
about why they are the way they are. And that's what I was faced with. Brother, my oldest like, Dad, you wasn't around. I go, you absolutely right. It was home. It's like you gotta swallow those pills. Like, hey, well, I would say with my dad,
Dang, we could have taken him out.
Certainly doesn't look terribly well.
Mm.
I know what that is. I know what it feels like.
You probably want to keep the guy in combat healed really high so he doesn't drop dead suddenly.
Nigga, I bust my ass.
Let's see.
I'll be honest with you. I can see that it
Okay, Shalolu also
Um,
changes her target and fires twice.
it was up. Wait a minute.
One missing, one hitting, that's right.
Run with it and become your
Another arrow strikes a yoga coming down coming up the area. Now he's going to charge Thaven.
language, mother. I use this for the sea. I think it's excuse you. You do that.
Yes.
Reach.
Fighters are ogre fighter. Crap. Ogre fighters are tough.
And strikes out with his great club, completely missing, in fact almost tripping as he reaches Thaven. Siron.
Alright. I move in 10 to here, and I will cast
Vale.
Cure Critical Wounds on
Yellow Brick Road.
Vale. That's right. Goodbye. Goodbye. And Cure
Nice.
Critical Heal. Alright. Not today, Vale. Not today. You stay standing.
Okay. Thaven, you see another ogre, this one wielding one of these horrid ogre hooks that is doing so much damage, run up from the southern exit. To there. Vale.
Ogre fight.
Alright, so we will just full attack on that guy again. I'm still targeted, yes. +2 for favoured enemy.
Nice.
There's some
One battle two critical. One's a critical hit with the battle axe and the other's a normal hit with the battle axe. Lopping the head off the beast.
that rolled a critical.
Wow, he's very dead now.
That's the standard one, and that's done.
In 5 foot step.
Not after a full attack action. No, he can. Yes.
That's right.
Alright.
Two, I suppose I can
Yeah,
go
that.
over here towards this intercepting these
This
guys.
ogre now no longer has a clear way to charge. So, moves to there. And then to there. Rushes up the street. And then, last but not least, you see another ogre come from the southern area. Chalandros puts 2 arrows
Right.
into the guy that's just levelled with Thaven and taken a strike. Both of them hit him. And he kills the beast.
Oh, excellent move.
Thaven.
I am thoroughly impressed.
Almost free to go about your business.
I'm going to
Okey-dokey.
cast a mirror image spell. Create 4 new me's. And retreat.
Maewyn.
Um, when you summon a nature's ally, does it go where
It's
you
within
want
a
it to
certain
show up where
range
you
of
want
you,
it to show
so
up, or does it just show up
Summon
randomly somewhere?
nature's ally. So you can put it
So
anywhere within that
range,
range.
close, 25 feet plus 5 feet.
So within 35 feet of you. No.
5
It's
feet.
your
There's
caster
two
level,
levels, would be
and you are
4,
caster
so
level
that's
4.
20. Not very close. I'm not doing that. That
Rightio.
I'll shoot at that ogre fighter dude. There's something I could add on here.
No,
Man.
you attacked. You attacked the ogre.
Did I attack
Oh, that's
Sauron?
Sauron.
I didn't
Yes,
mean to.
you did for some reason, but it doesn't matter. It's still a hit.
Pick up that 26 and
So,
drop
and
it
I've
on the
put the
ogre
target
and we'll
on
recalculate.
the ogre fighter now. So roll damage and see who it applies it to. Yeah, the ogre fighter.
Oh, crap, come on.
Hello, Shalalu picks the nearest ogre as a target and shoots twice, hitting both times. Sauron.
Good. All right. Loads up on second last searing light spell for the day, targeting not Vale. But the closest ogre. So searing light is array, touch attack. It's gonna hit.
Yeah, blasting
Doing
him out of the
searing light worth
area.
of damage. Oh,
Bye-bye.
running out of
Okay,
spells
ogre fighter
real
charges
fast.
Thaven. Because he hates 4 little Thavens. He really, really does. Right, yeah. No, not that one. He wants the charge one. Targeting Thaven. And he swings at it with an
They'll be at
ogre
level
hook.
5 means 6
Righto,
minutes. Really.
hitting you. Roll a d6. And I got a 1. So he smacks you.
A 1 is me.
Oops.
He smacks into you rather
Ouch.
hard. Picking you like a broken nose from your figures. And he grins as blood comes back from the ogre hook. Vale.
What a poopy head.
Okay.
Try and
He has
move in
noted so
here,
far that these ogres seem to
be
have great reach.
flanking.
Okay, he gets an attack of opportunity from the ogre.
Yeah, he
fighter
has,
there.
but he's still got to get close enough to hit him. However I came in there, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity on me.
However, he's
Yeah, but you could move up. wait a turn and step in.
Ooh. Ooh, he critically hits. Wow, you're a curse for characters tonight. Oh man, James. So, Vale's down. Let's prop Jacketus over under your character thing. So you'll now be running Jacketus. Oh, he's a bit nervous, I've got to say.
How does Jackass feel?
Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Is he dead yet?
Definitely is.
No, thank you.
In the chat window, it says dead.
I thought you
No,
had to
you
be
have to have your
12 I mean,
you have to be in the
twice as
negatives
much
equal to your
be completely
constitutional
like
or.
dead.
Now, Vale is 22 points over his maximum hit points. So, unless he's got a constitution of 22, his con is 14, he is dead. Right.
Constitution.
Okay.
It's a bloody melee type.
That's the final
Only
ogre
he'd
that's running
stepped
up
up
the
and then
area
stepped in.
decides to charge its or starts running at Siron, barreling into the area. Jacketus, which is you now.
Looks like there's a black
James.
ranger in hiding that can join us.
Have you got his stats yet or not? Or...
And
Beautiful.
that just came into them. Alright, so here with the video.
Yes,
So he
with
has
not just a composite longbow, it's a
composite
shocking
longbow.
composite longbow.
Yeah.
He could run in close.
He should.
Yeah.
He does have a longsword too, so he will
Done.
target the ogre fighter here.
Wow. Jacketus is nervous. Thaven.
Get that man off that guy. I'm feeling nervous now. I will.
Are you singing?
I'm actually going to attack something. God, the world's getting desperate.
Oh,
Sing.
one hit, one critical miss.
Oh, you hit him.
But a critical hit. Nice. With your kukri.
Right. So,
Good work, you. Why did you roll more damage? Because you missed with the other one. No, I said one critical, one miss.
you said one critical, one normal.
That's alright. That's alright. I'll just give him 7 hit points back. Dunsky. Iowan.
Hmm.
Ow. When Mayowen starts to fire, things start to look grim for the ogres. Another couple of misses would be nice. Thank you. One more miss. Oh, okay, that. What's that? No.
Ogres aren't a favoured enemy for her.
Want to drop it there back to
Undead
the down arrow for
and
Siron to have a go?
Goblin.
Alright, I'll do it. Siron.
Goblinoids and the undead.
Oh, yeah. It was,
Alright,
sorry, it
Siron
was
is
Shillelagh's
moving.
go. Sorry, I
Was it
keep
Shillelagh's
forgetting this one? Right, so Shillelagh will try and drop this ogre that's charging Siron. Hit, miss, and a critical hit.
Yeah.
She wings it. Now it's your go, Siron.
Alright,
Alright. Siron makes
Chicken
a
shit.
decision to tactically retreat.
Get up.
Just lay down and pretend to be one of the dead guys.
Hide behind one.
No. And
Like you said.
Ogre Fighter 2 using the last of the searing lights for the day. There we go. Range touch, please hit.
I don't know.
Oh. How do you do critical hits?
Just roll the damage and it'll do it.
Target attack.
Damage and it'll do it.
Sorry?
Roll damage and it'll do it.
No, he's not dead.
Way to go. I gotta be dead.
Not dead. Right.
I
Okay.
know, so the ogre
That's
fighter
the last
then
one of
attacks Stephen
those.
twice.
Yeah.
Both of them hits, one's a critical,
Yeah.
so roll a
Stephen, go.
d6 for the... what's your AC, Kevin?
Hang on. It's hit Vale.
Okay, is that how it works? Let's
Oh,
go.
just pick up
that
the number
one
and drop it on
first.
me.
Yeah, they're both going to hit then. So, regular hit first, roll a d6. Yeah, yes, there is. Roll a d6,
Hang on,
this
there's
is the
5 of me
normal hit.
left now. Oh, actually, no, there's still 6 of me left.
I rolled a... well, I'll wait until I hear from you. Oh, so you're the one. Okay, well then I hit you again.
I'm the one.
Well, this isn't the critical hit though, so let's roll. I'm going to roll again to see what the other one... the other one's a 4, so it's not a critical hit. So I'm going to have to take critical damage out of this because it's going to roll a critical hit straight up. Oh, hang on. Let's get rid of Vale. Add it to Thaven. And roll the damage. Oh no, it didn't add critical hit. Okay. So he hits you with the regular. 17. And grins as he licks the blood off it, but you are down to 5 images now because the critical hit took out one of your images. Vale is dead. Ogre 2 sees his boss doing boss things, so he charges to there. And smashes Shillelagh. With a charge. And roll the hit. Smacking her. Jackatus or James.
Damn.
I shall 5-foot step away. And I will probably still in range, but I will fire my full attack shot at whoever I'm targeting, ogre or
One's a hit.
fighter.
One's a hit and one's a miss.
Hit.
No, he's not looking
Pretty
real
shocking.
well at all at the moment.
Oh, why is this guy not dying?
No, you can't. You did your absolute best.
Can't roll any better damage than that.
No, it's true.
I'm gonna
It
throw a
is.
spell in combat with combat casting. That's what, a concentration check? Or...
I'll tell you in a tick. See, that's exactly the number you needed. Yep.
26? Really?
Wow.
A skilled fighting ogre.
Look at the ogre's bearing down on you. Oof.
No, I want to give it to him.
Why the 8? Oh, because I had double 8, 14.
Alright, done. Is this a... Oh, it's a cure moderate wounds on yourself, righto. Maewyn. He was on 1 hit point, by the way, James.
Yeah.
Now I need to target. Okay, I get that guy. -2. I'll move back another 5 feet.
Oh no, Shillelagh might back up. Oh no, even there she's going to get a hit. She drops the bow, draws the short sword, and attacks. Cutting a fine wound across him. Siron.
Alright, I'm taking a 5-foot step back again, and then I will be targeting
Hurrah!
and channel healing.
Hey,
Right,
wait.
he smacks out at Shillelagh.
Down arrow.
Missing her. Her elven reflexes make her duck to the side. Jackados. Well, I'd also advise... Oh, yeah,
I
actually.
have that next one
He
targeted.
should have actually had an
please.
attack of opportunity against you last turn, but anyway.
Just
Even good mention.
drop the dice on the name
I
and
don't know, 1 hit, 1 miss.
for targeting.
Okay, he's still standing. Yeah. Faven.
You beat me by about half a second.
What?
Yeah, I remember. Ah,
How would he...
opportunity
No, he
attack?
hasn't yet, no.
No.
Hasn't had the opportunity to.
He's in a strange position, so I'm
okay,
closing but
righto.
stopping before triggering.
Sounds good.
And,
Brings us around to
act
Maewyn.
defensively.
Dead. 1 shot, 1 kill. Well, actually, many shots and many people beating the shit out of him, but he's dead. Righto, so we're going to hop out of initiative again because everybody is beaten. As Jackados runs over to Vale and he says, "No!" And then gets Shalelu to help him drag Vale back up in, puts him under the blanket with James's growing tally.
Pile of
Okay.
dead bards.
Okay. The hooks on both of them are magic again,
We search their bodies.
as is the armour, I believe. Gear, hang on a tick. Yes, the armour and the hook is magical again. No, didn't. By the way, the other one had heaps of copper rings as well, but
None of
only
them
one of
have a
them was
ring?
magical. The one that came from the cookhouse was a lumbering giant with beady eyes, devoid of wit or kindness, and its puffy features featured a wide mouth with ill-fitting teeth. And the other one that came from down here. So
I use a wand
same
to
one.
heal myself.
Okay. Plus you find another sort of magical hook and a hide armor on the other one that was pretty tough to kill. Yep. And one magical ring.
Yeah, so three sets of armor and 3 hooks. Yep. Okay, so keeping an eye out for a thing that might sneak up on
You're
us.
fairly
and
certain it's all devoid down there. You can see
especially
the
those
doors
towers
are hanging
down
open
there,
and there's nobody at the top.
towers.
You can see that building to the left. It's a wooden building that seems to be abandoned for some time. It's in fairly poor repair and seems almost to lean against the cliff wall behind it for support. Short flight of wooden steps leads up to a single door. The building itself sits on raised timbers over uneven sloping ground. Below, excess lumber is stored haphazardly in a space below. Jackados knows, James, that building is where they built new barracks, but it wasn't built very well. And nobody sleeps there because it's quite dangerous to enter. But you can see that there's a fair bit of activity around there. Lots of ogre foot marks and foot treads and whatnot.
I suggest Marwan and I try and sneak and the others cover us.
Okay. Where's the door?
I'll warn them that it is a dangerous
Yeah, but that-
building.
Why aren't we just burning it then?
Because it's raining.
There's plenty of timber under the floor.
Because that would be uncivilized and unlawful.
I think it sounds pretty dang smart.
They have killed the paladin. They get what comes to them now.
You don't even know there could be children in there.
They killed the paladin. They get what comes to them now.
What?
Get it.
Children? Not children babies, but children hostages.
What hostages?
We don't know. That's exactly right. We don't know until we have a look.
Do it.
Burn them. Burn them all.
I think his alignment's wavering.
I'm ready to back off and get out of the way if you want to burn
Okay.
him.
Give me a perception test.
I'm checking out inside the building, peeking through holes.
Woohoo! You can't really
I've got
see
a
anything
button for
inside
that.
there. Oh,
6.
okay, so you're joking. Righto, no, that's okay. So you didn't get 6, you got
It was
27.
a ramshackle place, so I assume there
Oh,
must be
you were saying
holes.
button number 6, were you? Right. Okay, I thought you were saying I rolled a 6. Okay, you have a look in through and you can see that this place is packed to the rafters with ogres, ogre warriors, etc. They seem to be mainly asleep or catching, that must be their off shift. You might see a couple of... There's at least a dozen ogres in this building.
Across the entryway.
Sorry, the building on fire.
Right, it's
Oh,
the others to
dear.
back off, and we all
How the worm has turned.
do likewise. Oh, it's full of ogres.
Oh, burn it, burn it.
I've done my duty and
Oh,
been
what are you
lawful
doing,
and checked
Siron?
it out, and it's full of ogres. So now we can burn it.
Now we can burn it.
Okay. Before
I'm sending
too
burning
long,
hands
you see
directly
the
into the
wood
wooden logs
underneath the
underneath
lodge
that
catch a light
lodge.
and the buildings start to go up. You hear screams of fear, screams of fear and pain as the building goes up. It goes up like a tinder twig. The woods were dry. The building was poorly made. It collapses in on itself. Ogres thrash, but they burn to death before they can get out and cause you any problems. You walk up to the entrance to the fort. A set of double doors allows entrance to the central keep of Fort Rennick. The doors are made of oak and have been brutally battered and savaged. Crude repairs have been effected, but the doors still hang somewhat askew. Okay, they're to the right.
Where are they?
See how the roadway sort of turns and goes towards that stone wall to the... Oh, not to the right, sorry, to the... Yeah.
Yeah, I just see a stone wall. So
There,
it must be in the
you
middle.
can't see it because it's underneath the stone walkway
Well,
around the
no,
keep.
it doesn't look like there's a door.
Righto, so that means next time we play we'll be starting into the keep. As you go and you swing the doors wide and venture in, knowing that surely somewhere you'll find something to bring back at least one of the people that James has killed. Righto, I'm just double checking first of all when
Probably
you
a
go up
bunch
a
of
level.
nuns in there who want to do things with us.
The what issue? Yes.
That would solve
Yeah.
the dead body issue.
Okay, you've all hit 9th level.
Level and he could go raise dead.
An epiphany, but who does he bring back from the dead? The experienced
An
ranger
epiphany!
or the dead paladin that got killed in a one shot from a useless ogre? Yep, you level up.
Oh, did you say that we leveled
So
up?
have a think about increasing the characters. I will probably bring the campaign online whenever you ask me to, pretty much. Just let me know when you want it online and you can adjust your characters. And you may as well adjust Arvin, James, because I've got a feeling you'll be alive next game. From a raised dead, mind you, so you're probably going to lose a con. Does anybody want to roll hit points while we're all here, so I can see what you roll and laugh at you when you get a 1? Yours would be a D10.
What's my roll? Thanks.
Oh, is Arvin's
That plus
soul
your com plus tough,
free
plus
and
1
willing
point for
to
toughness
return?
if you've taken
That becomes
toughness
the
as a
question.
feat. Libby.
Gee.
Here's what your hit points will go up by. Yes, James, does Arvin want to return?
I don't have toughness.
Yeah.
Constitution.
I think he probably would want to return, particularly if Siron was the one bringing him back.
He'll be able to wear a wicked eye
He's
patch
dead.
too.
We bring him back because we like him.
Yes, which can be taken away with restoration, which you now have
Permanent
the
negative
ability to
levels.
cast as well. Well, plus it needs something like a
That'll be
1,000 gold
tomorrow's
pieces
spell.
of
I'm
diamond
well and
dust.
truly wiped out of 4th level spells, 3rd level spells.
All right.
Well, yes. Oh, sorry, yes, I'll roll my D8 plus whatever my con is. That everybody can see and laugh.
Oh,
Gee. Everybody else gonna roll?
Whee!
oh no, I'm afraid 8s aren't
Nice.
allowed on D8s anymore.
I'll take that 8.
Nice.
That'll be a whole extra 10 hit points.
Oh.
Will be. Total level.
Isn't there a
9.
way to level up
There you go. If I press
properly in
9
Fantasy Grounds?
there. Clickety, clickety. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, she dragged the open the class book up, open your character up, expand the class level magnifying glass on the front page,
Okay, cool.
and then drop your new level pick on top of
Right on.
Yeah.
the level box.
A module you're attempting to use is not loaded. PFRP.
Arvin,
basic.
icon's missing. I mean,
Pathfinder
everything's missing.
role-playing
No, he's
based
there.
rules.
I see him, Arvin. Mhm.
No, that's all right. That's something that I've got that I can.
Cool.
That now that I've
All
loaded
right.
it, everything's okay.
Arvin got a middle of the road roll. Probably could do with a few more hit points. Dropping like a sack of crap like that. I think he got one softening blow in.
They're going to one hit
And
me
then he-
around the place.
Decided to. Oh yeah, you were well and truly overdead.
It would have taken me out anyway.
10 there.
I like this. You all sort of head towards the keep, and then Sauron goes, "Hang on, I've got a thought. Hang on, let me just go try something." And he comes back with Arvin, with an eye patch over the armor point.
Not so much drool coming out of the bottom of his mouth.
What is it? So it takes you to 9, which means you'll get a feat, doesn't it? Odd levels of feats. Every odd, I think, is a feat.
Every third, isn't it?
I'm fairly certain it's all of them. I think fighters every level, they get a feat, then they get a
For a
class
fighter,
feat,
but
then
not
they
for
get
the
a
rest of
feat,
us.
then they get a class feat. I think. Yep.
Let's see. It's going to be the
Yep.
front here. So level 9.
So it is every
It's your 5th feat.
every odd level. Righto, well, I'm going to leave you people. I'm going to leave the thing open. You guys can finish up your characters if you're doing them. But I need to go get some rest. For I have a day of leave
Yep.
tomorrow, so I
Thanks.
definitely need to go to bed early. So get as much out of it as possible. Oh, by the way, bye people from the internet.